Okay. All right. If you what? Okay. All right. So you'll load this thing called the InDesign template. Okay. And I shared with you a very simple um, three column page. And all right. And basically, you just got to recreate this thing, right? It's very easy. So you'll be creating a one story, right? And you'll be putting two texts in. So I'll show you what the text looks like. So I'm going to delete this. This is what you'll see, right? Um, and you will create a headline that is going to take. So I'm sorry. So there are a few options over here, right? When you open the page, you will see the screen bar or this toolbar over here. And if you want to use text, you can use text, and you create like a box, right? So the text, anything here, like that is a rectangle. These are the two main things you'll be interacting with, right? The text tool and the rectangle frame. And that's basically all design is, right? So you'll create a headline that spans the three columns. Give me 1 second. Sure, no problem. Just bring her in, okay? And it's the right text. Make sure you have these two fonts on here, Minion and Regular. And you create a 2-line headline, okay? Let's make it 48. And notice that it automatically spaces it so that there's more space in between. So it automatically sets an auto. You have to change it to 48 so that it's the same. So you put insert 2-line headline here following headline structure. And to talk about headline structure, that means there's a subject, verb, and something that happened, like teacher or journalism teacher shows students how to use InDesign. There you go. Okay. Another one, right? You will also have to draw a text box. Okay. So every time you see this, that means an image or a graphic can be used in this place. Okay. So when you use a text box, make sure it fits into the grid that you have set. Since this is 3 columns, make sure it is 2 columns wide, right? And for you to know what the size is, this is where you go. So in the corner of this is basically the size dimensions. So if you can put this, and it also uses automatically picas. So this is 29 picas, 8.4 by 22 picas, and 8.4 picas. So stick with that format, 29 picas by 8.4. Type this out. And what was it? 22. Okay. All right, so far so good. So when you want to make things spaced apart evenly, we use something called the pica. And the pica is, if I press shift and like the cursor button, it automatically like moves it exactly a pica space. Okay. So there's, you have that. Yes. All right, so far so good. Okay, so for the text you have to do, you can easily import something called the newspaper formats. You can load that. I'll have a copy of that available for you guys. But you can, there's something called the body text, right? And the body text is the entire article pre-formatted. It's not a real article, it's a fake article, right? So you when in terms of newspaper design, everything has to fit from edge to edge, right? So you drag it all the way down. So the height of it is going to be 51 picas, and then you stretch it across. So you notice when you stretch it across, it doesn't wrap around automatically, right? So what you need to do is over here, sorry, I got to open the window out a little bit further, right? There's this place that you can change and make sure it's under Essentials Classic. That's the right cursor or the right toolbar setting. It's the easiest one to use, right? Over here, you have this thing called number of columns. You set it to 3, okay? All right. So even though there might be extra space, you can add, you can go to this thing called under text, under type, and you can, where is it? Sorry. You can select something called fill with placeholder text, right? And so it fills the entire article, the entire column width with this placeholder text, which is just gibberish right now, like gibberish in Latin, doesn't mean anything, okay? So you have that, but notice that the image has already been covered up. So what a lot of people do is if you can right click, and if you think of this as a layer, you send, since this was the most recent thing that I inserted, it's going to be in the front. I have to make sure that it goes to the back by right clicking, you send to back, and now you can select the text box or the image box that you had created before, okay? So what happens to the image, what you do is you click on this thing called the wrap around bounding box. So now what it does is the text wraps around the image size, okay? I know I'm losing a lot of you, but that's okay. You guys
I have a
can see this
question.
later. Give me 1 second, Kara.
Okay.
Oh, Zeev, you had a question. Oh, wait. Give me 1 second. I know.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Okay.
It's okay.
So, in the newspaper formats, you have this thing called photos, right? And there is a way for you to, what I did was, newspaper formats has a lot of existing templates that we have, right? So you can just drag and drop literally, right? So you drag and drop this thing where I usually have photos, and I would just drag it over to fit directly underneath the picture. So it's the same width as if it's the width of the picture. Okay, you have to type your name, and then voila, you have most of your page. So yeah, questions from Zeev and Kara.
So my question was, how do we get this like template?
I'm going, yeah. So if you don't have it, you can go to this thing called, you can go to new and the new document. It's just an 8.5 by 11 inch temp page. So so yeah, this is a regular page that you're creating this thing on, right? And the first thing that you would probably do is you just draw a text box across, right? And then you split it up into 3 columns, and that will help you with the formatting. But I will save an empty version of this in a second, okay? All right, so after you do that, you can pick any photo you want. Most of the time you want a horizontal photo, right? So you use this thing either called, you click on the image, you go to object, where's it, insert image? I just remember it as Control D, right? And you just find an image that you have. I will use, and your headline will be based on the image. So I'll use random photos. Say, you can choose whatever photo you can find. Let's say, girls basketball from Lily, okay? So it loads up. It's usually bigger than the picture. So I would fit it. I would find a way to fit it. And usually I would use a fill frame proportionally, right? And voila, you got a nice photo. You can now you write a headline based on the photo you have. You can pick any photo, but the headline has to reflect the photo, and the captions also have to reflect the photo as well. So that took me like 5 minutes to do, right? So basically, it's just three parts. One, um, get a headline 48 points by 48 with Minion Pro, right? Make a headline that fits those two lines in a way using the straight headline format that we've done, the straight news headline, and then have a wraparound story, and then that's it. Okay. I'm building up instructions for you to recreate a page, and then part 3 of that is for you to improve on that page, right? So that's down the line. But right now, the goal for you to do, for you to have, is just to create just a straight news story with a headline, a picture, a caption, and a story. Does that make sense? Kara, you had a question?
It was the same. It was just if you were gonna publish like this video explaining.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's I've recorded the video, and so once class is over, I will send everyone a blank copy of this template that if you have the latest version, make sure you have the latest version in InDesign, which I think you should have with Adobe Creative Cloud.
Yeah, I just downloaded it.
Okay, perfect. Zeev?
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay. Miss Posey? Oh, your hand was up. Okay. So, oh, you raised your hand again? Oh, never mind. Sorry. Okay. Are there any questions about this? Oh, Carly, you had a question. Carly?
Oh no, I didn't have a question.
Oh, okay. Chantal, you had a question?
I think the hands are still up from when you asked us if we had Adobe InDesign.
Okay. Okay. So those are the only things that you should have. One other thing that I didn't mention is you can open this thing called newspaper formats, which has a lot of the current formatting things we talked about, right? So you can whip this out in like 5 minutes. Imagine how you can do this. I mean, a lot of the pages that we have a lot of moving elements, but this is the basics, right? These are like not meant to be super challenging. And then like on Wednesday, and you don't have to do this by the end of the week, but I'll give you over the break if you need time, is to recreate a page and also to do something new with it. And I'll have some examples on it by Wednesday. But that should be it in terms of that. Any other things that we can go over in terms of oh, hey, Orion, just saw you in there.
Hello.
So this is what you need to do by Wednesday, right? Orion, did you have any questions on getting InDesign or anything like that installed?
Nah, I'm just taking like a lot of notes right now.
Excuse me?
I'm just taking a lot of notes right now.
Oh, okay. Do you have InDesign installed?
Not yet, but I will probably get it downloaded by the end of the week.
Okay. Can it be done sooner?
Most likely.
Okay, please, if you can get it done by today, that'll be great. And it's just a matter of just getting on there.
Okay.
Okay, because I think there'll be some exercises for us to do during the week for us to kind of get on. All right. So that's it for this one, right? And we will have to be figuring out planning and what's up ahead. But if I can stop this, I'm going to stop the screen.